Game three. Game three. Miami Heat, Philadelphia 76ers, Dallas Mavericks, and the Phoenix Suns. Both teams show pride. Both of the fourth seeds, I believe. Miami is the fourth seed. No, Miami is the first seed. Philly is the fourth seed, I believe. And Dallas is the fourth seed as well. Both teams show pride versus the one seed. Miami was looking like an engine. Phoenix was looking like an engine. Both looked like they were going to be unstoppable en route to going up 3-0. But that didn't happen. Philly was basically in control of the game from the tip to the end. But Miami did put a scare in them around like the third quarter. I think they tied it up at one point. But then Philly just took control again. And the Mavericks, they pretty much dominated from in the end. It was a pretty much in-the-end game. Not too much to discuss because, it was it's one of those games where the away team just looks like, well, we up 2-0. We got to split one of these games. And both teams didn't look like they were interested in splitting the game three. So maybe game four, we'll see more competitive games. But Joel Embiid's presence was definitely there. You could definitely feel his presence. Miami couldn't run a lot of the same defensive schemes that they was running in games 1 and 2. A lot of the times they were zoning up James Harden and they were allowing Tyrese Maxey. It looked like they were allowing Tyrese Maxey to eat off of the weak side. And every time him and James Harden played together, they were it looked like they would load up on James Harden's side. He would swing it to Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey either got to the lane, finished at the rim, got to the free throw line, or he made a big shot from the perimeter. And Tobias Harris, his numbers look good throughout the series, but I think game 2, they were down 18, and he scored 9 points in the fourth quarter, and that helped him get over 20 points and over 50% shooting. So I kind of really didn't take any of that into consideration when I evaluated his game 2. Game 3, he was okay. The whole Philly team, really Tyrese Maxey was incredible in the second half. James Harden did his damn thing in the first half, and then he kind of faltered off a little bit. Danny Green was unbelievable. I think he made 7 of 9 threes. That's just Danny Green. Either he's ice cold or he's flaming hot. And I think that that's pretty much the takeaway I can get from game 3 of Philly Miami. Glad Joel Embiid's back. Hopefully that makes for a more competitive basketball series. To go to the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns, this game was very entertaining. This is a very entertaining series. I initially thought it was going to be 1-1 going back to Dallas because I have that much faith in Luka. Plus, I really like Spencer Dinwiddie. I really like Jalen Brunson. I like that, Mark Cuban got rid of Porzingis and added another ball handler on the side of Luka Doncic because I think with Luka Doncic's game, he's never going to be some great off-ball player. I don't want him off-ball. Give him the ball, let him dominate. But I think that when you have a player like that, you just got to get either one other really ball-dominant player that's just like Luka, just as good talent-wise, or you got to split up the duties, and I think Mavericks split up the duties. Jalen Brunson can do his thing. Spencer Dinwiddie can do his thing. Jalen Brunson really woke up in Game 3. He really woke up at home. He balled out after an incredible series. I think he averaged 28 points per game versus Utah. He was struggling the first 2 games versus Phoenix, but last night he did not struggle. He was good. Luka was actually the one that kind of struggled with his shot a little bit. But I think that doesn't matter. He hit timely buckets. He was still getting to the rim. He wasn't getting a lot of foul calls. And I don't like how, sometimes he just complains. I would rather him just get back on defense. Just get back on defense and talk to the referees during the timeout or during the next dead ball stoppage. But like I said, Mavericks dominated pretty much from end to end. Let me see what else I could talk about. Oh, Chris Paul, 7 turnovers in the first half. The only thing I say that's positive about Chris Paul's 7 turnovers. In the second half, he had 0 turnovers. 0. So that is impressive. When you have 7 turnovers in the first half, to only have 0 in the next 24 minutes of play with the way that Dallas was playing last night, that is kind of impressive. But that's very uncharacteristic of Chris Paul. 7 turnovers, that's something that we just don't see from him. We probably won't see him have 7 turnovers ever again. Because I would say maybe in 5 years, but who knows if he'll be playing in 5 years. But we probably won't ever see that again, type of performance again from Chris Paul. So I definitely commend the Dallas defense for that. But it just looked like Chris Paul wasn't himself. It really didn't look like Dallas was doing anything spectacular. There was a pass where he passed it to, I think, Landry Shaman in the corner, and Spencer Dinwiddie came out of nowhere and just took it. And I was like, that doesn't look like Chris Paul. Like, that's not a play that Chris Paul makes like 10 out of 10 times. Like, that's just not something that he does. But that's pretty much it. Devin Booker, he was pretty solid. DeAndre Ayton, he was solid. But overall, it just looked like both away teams, were just content with the game 3, like not taking it. And hopefully game 4, we'll see better performances. Tonight we got the Celtics and the Bucks game 3, and we have the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies game 3. Both of those games, I need fireworks. I need incredible basketball play. I hope it's competitive. I'll be out tonight with a new video discussing that. Thank you for watching.